Alright, it's recording. Alright, ready? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh,
You got it?
that was the intro.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, that's what I said. You got it?
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
intro.
that's it. Good intro, I know, right?
Jesus. They're getting better every week, honestly.
I honestly, like, last week,
Like,
it was so good.
we're definitely improving. Like 100% we're improving.
No, we've got
I
this.
think.
Like, we're
Yeah, yeah.
pristine, you know?
Yeah. Like, we're actually like veterans in the community at this point.
Yeah,
Like
hands down.
I'm just waiting for Spotify to start paying us bags. Just for the intros, honestly.
We're ahead of that Joe Mama Rogan
Yeah.
guy, so it's cool. I'm
Yeah.
all cool with it. You're cool with it. Sure, look.
Yeah, you guys should start rating us 5 stars so we can rob the Misfits intros even more, right?
Yeah, or just rate us in general, like as people. Just be like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's hot.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
So I'm Luke.
I am Nathan. I
And
think.
this is summer of this is love it now.
Summer of
This is
69.
yeah, summer of '69 by Brian Adams. I had to think for it. Like my brain stuck there for a second. It was like, who sings that song?
I forgot to be honest.
This is the Obstinacy podcast.
Only because it's not even summer.
Yeah, holy shit, we're in autumn.
Yeah, it's fucking
We're nearly a
October,
winter.
bro.
No, is October winter?
I think. Close enough.
See, apparently my whole life I've got this wrong because I always thought winter was like. I had a conversation when I thought winter was October, November, December, but apparently January counts as winter, and I didn't
January is winter. Yeah.
did not know that. I spent my whole life wrong, and I was 1 month off every single one.
Yeah.
Is that stupid?
I think it's just because of Christmas, everyone, or like, and because of the New Year, everyone just thinks that
January is spring.
January isn't winter, but
Hashtag make January spring again.
but then but then January actually is just the coldest month of the fucking year, and it sucks. So I it deserves to be winter, honestly.
Would you kill me if I named this podcast on the tagline that make January spring again?
Yep. Honestly, it should be. Petition.
Petition.
We're gonna get 40,000 signatures on this petition to make January spring.
We're coming for
Yeah,
you,
you know-
Boris.
Yeah. Fuck the fucking scientists and everyone that's studied all this shit. They're wrong.
They're wrong.
January is spring. Changed my mind.
Yeah, that's my story. I'm sticking to it,
Yeah.
and I'm respecting it. And if you don't
And
agree with me,
It's
I don't care.
2021. If it's 2021, you can't say I'm wrong.
Yeah, or
It's my
say it.
opinion.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
identify as spring in
I
January.
will write a tweet longer. I swear to God.
What's a tweet? Oh, like a long tweet. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. It's in the name, Luke. All right, cool. Good. So, what's our first news story, Nathan?
Well, we are the Obstinacy podcast. We're here. We're kind of vibing. We talk. We do some dumb shit. If you enjoy what you listen to, go back and listen to the old episodes, and you probably get better quality because they're getting worse every
Yeah.
week. So,
But Nathan, you said we're getting good every week, so this is a juxtaposition.
I mean, yep. I'm mixing it up. You gotta keep them on their toes, really. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
See, give them that fake
then they're
information.
Exactly. You always gotta hit them with it. But January is in fact spring.
Yeah.
We have there was one big kind of what would you even call it?
News
Talking
story?
point, I guess.
Oh yeah, it's Timothy Chalamet's being the new Willie. Oh no, sorry, it's the
I
Twitch
thought it
thing,
was
sorry.
Ted.
Ted, the movie Ted.
Yeah.
They're making their movie Ted.
No, TED Talks.
Oh, sorry. Oh right, now I get your joke.
Wait, does Ted have a TED Talk? If
That'd
Ted
be
doesn't have a
amazing.
TED Talk, he should have a TED Talk.
No.
What the fuck?
Mark Wahlberg should go up and do a TED talk about why Ted 3 won't happen. I would love that. Hey man,
That would
I'm
be
Mark
pretty good,
Wahlberg.
actually.
TED Talk is a good movie, and we should make a TED Talk to what's my Mark Wahlberg impression?
Oh my God.
I'm Mark Wahlberg.
He's just a fucking really squeaky New Yorker, pretty much.
That's what he sounds like when he gets like super vexed in like in a scene. He gets like, "Oh, I'm Mark Wahlberg. I was in Transformers 4."
Most people get deeper and more aggressive. He just turns into a fucking squeaky toy.
That's just the Boston accent. I'm Mark Wahlberg. I talk to sheep.
Imagine that was the Boston accent. People would fear New York way more.
Wait, is Boston's not New York?
No, it's not. Actually,
Is it?
yeah, true. I'm fucking stupid.
Wait, if it is,
Anyway.
I look stupid now. But if it isn't. You look stupid.
Let's double check. What the fuck? Who cares about fucking America?
Hold on, we're
I
just
don't.
checking out if Boston is in New York.
uh, what the fuck? Oh, Massachusetts. Never mind.
That's massive. Jesus.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, it's the capital of the most populous city of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in the United States. Yeah. What the fuck? I didn't know it was in Massachusetts. I don't think I've ever questioned where the fuck Boston is.
Yeah, and
Boston's
for some
just
reason,
Boston.
I always thought it was in New York because in
Yeah,
every movie
I
they're in
know, I
Boston, they
know.
go to New York. So
Yeah, yeah. It's like they're always like linked. So I just my brain just said, yeah, New York. Sure, why not? You know what? I've never questioned where Boston is in my life, but here we are.
Well, anyway,
So
the
yeah,
main two's topic is
yeah,
Twitch.
is the whole Twitch leaks that happened this week. Basically, there was a lot of other shit that no one really talked about. Everyone kind of just talked about like everyone's pay, which
Yeah,
honestly was kind of stupid because there was more stuff that was said in the leaks that I didn't look into, to be honest. But there was like more stuff besides that that a lot of people have been saying were kind of bigger things than the pays. But people were kind of shocked by the money people are making on Twitch, which is kind of funny because it's not even like it's only like a percentage of their fucking income from Twitch alone because it's like just their subs and ads, not including donations and sponsors,
mm.
and they're also a lot of them are probably making YouTube or money elsewhere. But like people are so surprised by how much they're making from subs and ads when the numbers are literally in front of them. I was like, "Are you guys stupid?" I was like, "People have to be joking here, getting mad about this." And I was watching XQC and actually he made a good point. He was like, "People on Twitter that are getting mad about it are the same people who don't watch Twitch and are never around on Twitch, and they're just like." They've just now realized that people on Twitch are making money and they're like angry about it. It's like you don't
It
even
doesn't
watch.
it
Why the
doesn't
fuck
make
do you
sense
care?
though. Like I don't get like why people like are getting annoyed about it. Like why? What is
Yeah.
the problem with people making money off this? Because it's like
It's funny because it's like it's the same way. It's like people are paying for entertainment. It's the same
yeah.
way like sports and shit like that. People don't get mad at fucking football players getting paid
Well, no, they
millions.
do. They do.
True, true. But it's like people aren't surprised by that. But when they find out what Twitch streamers are making, even though it's in front of them, like at least with like some sports and stuff like that, they kind of keep it kind of low key of exactly how much people are making,
Mm.
and they don't really talk about it. But like in Twitch, you can see their sub count. You can pretty much look up and see how much they're making off ads and get a good estimate. Like if you take their sub count and then you take the fact that like most subs are like most people's subs are going to be tier ones. There is the odd tier three, so you can assume it's going to be slightly more. But you can make a good guess at how much they're making, like a pretty accurate guess, just by doing simple fucking math. And people are just so shocked by it.
But the
It's
thing
like
is
it's
as
literally
well,
there.
the thing as
Like
well
they're
is like
public.
people get annoyed about it because like all he's doing is he's playing a game. I know like on Twitch you don't just play
Yeah.
games, but like he's playing a game and he's making money off the game because people are paying to see it. Who would do that? Yes, I agree. Puts down phone, turns on the TV, they pay subscription for.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Watches Netflix.
Yeah, it's the
It's like
equivalent of you like buying every comedian's DVD. You know what I
yeah.
mean? You're just
It's like
paying to see them do new content.
and it's like I think it's funny, especially now that like the longer I've been doing Twitch and I'm like obviously way fucking smaller than those people and I have way less to
No,
focus
you're not.
on.
You're fucking
But
huge, Nathan. Don't you ever
yeah,
take.
I know. Yeah, sorry, the humbleness it kicks in sometimes.
I only made like 2.9 million, Luke. Come on, Jesus.
Look, I was only number 29 on the list. Okay, come on.
Bro, I wasn't even on the list.
So you're like, hey, what list? But it's like people don't realize like that's like it's a long time they spend there. Like a lot of streamers spend like fucking 12, 18 hours sometimes on streams, entertaining thousands of people,
Mm.
keeping an eye on hundreds of things at once, while also having to perform in a game, talk to chat, and focus that people aren't fucking like doing dumb shit in their chat, and dealing with mods, dealing with other shit. Like that's a lot to go on and keep in mind and stay awake for like hours on hours a day. And like there's a lot of shit they have to keep in their mind. Like a lot of times they like, oh, can't play this music, can't do this, have to make sure I don't get banned because I lose my fucking income and I lose my job.
Yeah.
like, like it's there's a lot to focus on. Like And then there's people like people are surprised that they're getting money from it. It's like you can see that they're getting money from it. It's like it's entertainment. That's literally all it is. It's like people
it
pay for entertainment
all
in
the
every
time.
aspect.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like you get like, to be honest, some people like stream every day. Some people stream like 2 to 3 times a week, and they stream for like 6 hours when usually. So like it's one of those things I just can't see why people are annoyed about. Like what's like,
Yeah.
would you be like, with people that do that? Like if you were doing that for a job, would you be annoyed you're making mad money
Yeah.
to just entertain people?
It's like I don't get. It's like what's the like? I think it's just like a jealousy thing. It's like what?
It
Why can
definitely
you be
is. It
mad
has to
about?
be.
It's like so what? It's their job. They're doing well. Like if they weren't doing well and they weren't like earning it, they wouldn't be making it. Like it's a
Yeah.
very cutthroat fucking industry. It's like you're either earning it and you're making it because you're doing well, or
Or
you're
your
out.
fusey
That's
tube.
or you're fusing.
There's only the tree. You're either one of the tree.
He fell off and you're on drugs.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
But yeah,
Like,
I don't know why people are annoyed. It's just people getting annoyed to be like, when people are like, it's like when Messi gets like a 600K contract a week. It's like, how is he making this? It's like, well,
he just
because
kicks a ball.
yeah, he just kicks a ball for the most watched sport in the world and being the
Honestly,
best player.
yeah, I think it's like it's actually pretty similar to Formula One because it's like Formula One, they're just driving cars around in circles and that's like all they do, and it's like you don't see the back behind the scenes where they're like training all week and they're dealing with so much pressure. They're traveling the world every day to entertain people and they're not seeing their families. Like they don't see the behind the scenes. All you see is them driving the car around the circle, and it's like that on Twitch. It's like all you see is them on the screen playing games, but you don't
Yeah,
see how much effort they put in. Like there's a lot of stuff they have to do behind the scenes to even get those streams to people and be streaming that long. Like so like people, if you're streaming like 12, 18 hours a day, which is like some of the top streamers do, like they stream like a long time. They stream like full-time jobs. Like that's a lot of time to just be spending at home and streaming.
and it's not even just
Like
like, if you want to go like off actual content, they like just not even the backstage shit. So like not even
yeah.
like the 20-minute video they put up on YouTube that like they had to edit for like 12 hours. But like they have to do
Yeah.
like other things to promote. So they have to go on other people's channels to do
Yeah.
like do other people's podcasts. People know who they are, and I know Tom Hanks is out there, and I know he's definitely listening to this. But if you're there, Tom, you can come on as a guest. But why did Tom Hanks
Yeah,
come to my
sure.
head?
Imagine.
I went to say XQC, and then I just went to Tom Hanks from that. So yeah,
Yeah.
like there's a lot more to it than like people think. I just think people are just jealous. That's all it is.
It's like, and people wonder like why they get editors and stuff. It's like they don't have time of day.
Mm.
Like there's so much they have to focus on. Like when you have like thousands of people looking for you, and like that are like pretty much waiting for you to go live and also do your shit, and like it's a lot to deal with a lot of
Yeah.
the time. Like you'd want to be making money to do it. Like I swear, like imagine XUC having 50 to 100 to even like he's had like 200,000 viewers at one point, right? I'm taking him as because he was like one of the biggest there and like the most talked about from this like list. So
Yeah.
he was like the second in the world, but that's normally he'd be first. But
Who was first, actually? Sorry.
I can't remember actually.
Because I've only seen
Uh,
the people that like not that people that kind of I follow. I've just seen because I'm in those like fan groups, or if you want to call them fan groups, I don't know what you call them. That I've seen what they've done. The people like Bruce Green and stuff like that I watch, but I haven't seen
yeah.
like anyone really else outside of that.
Well, this isn't the right list, I don't think. Wait, where's number one? It was Critical Role was number one. But I think that might have just been that was just for August, so I think he might have just done well that month.
Oh,
I
right,
don't know
yeah.
what he actually does. But yeah, XCC was second, Summit third, TFU. Like but XCC being one of the biggest and consistently one of the biggest streamers for a very long time, it's like he's a good kind of gauging point.
Yeah.
But what was the point I was gonna say before?
I don't know. If you don't know,
It's
I
like
don't know, we're both fucked.
yeah. I might like if he wasn't making that money, right? Or if he was making, let's say, 100,000 a month, right? That's still really good money. Like that's crazy money still.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't think he'd want to be doing his job for how stressful it is. Like having 50 to 200,000 people watching him every day, trying to entertain those people, and the constant backlash he gets for doing literally anything, and like, because if anything happens on Twitch, he instantly gets fucking like thrown into that mix just because he's one of the top streamers. Like, it's I don't think you would put up with that if you're not making that money.
But even
You
if
know
he
what I
was
mean?
making like I don't know what minimum wage is. I don't know what the average over the world, like over like worldwide, what like an average yearly salary is, because everyone's not different. But say he was making like 50K like yearly just off what he's doing, I think people will still complain that he's making that much money. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
Even though
yeah,
it's
true.
not valid complaints. But I think people are like, how is he making that much money off doing that? I think no matter what number was gonna go up.
Or be the opposite, and people be like, "How is he only making that much money?"
Yeah.
Like, it's
I still think though
always
people would still complain, like even if like
yeah.
the numbers were like closer to what the people who are complaining make. Still think they complain. I think they're just gonna complain to complain.
I think a lot of it is that jealousy thing. It's like
Mm.
when people get like a blow, like especially when TikTok first kind of started and people were getting like videos to go viral and shit like that, and people are like, "Oh, how is this like stupid 1 minute video getting millions of views and stuff?" And it's like, I think people just get jealous because they didn't think of it or they can't do it
Yeah,
or
or they can't
they
put
don't like.
logic to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Cause
it's
like,
like
how many videos like if I go on TikTok for like I go on TikTok for like 5 minutes. I actually, to be honest, I go to what you've sent me because it's basically a highlight reel on my own For You page. But like, I could like skim through like maybe 50 to 100 TikToks in about 6 minutes. You know what I mean?
yeah, and they're all like set the algorithm for you to like them. Like
Yeah.
once you've liked certain things, it'll give them to you again. If you like it again, they'll keep giving it to you. Like their algorithm on YouTube, TikTok is like insanely good. Like if other platforms had that algorithm or could implement that algorithm, it would like
Don't let YouTube
make
do
things
it. Jesus
massive.
Christ, YouTube, every time they upgrade the algorithm, I think like
Yeah, YouTube just stopped.
Jimmy Fallon just keeps coming up. It's like, so you watched all these documentaries about nature? Well, here's Jimmy Fallon talking to Kevin Smith. It's like, why would I want to watch this? I'm not even subscribed. I've never liked one of his videos.
Nonetheless, you watch it.
Yeah, no, I won't ever watch it. I can't stand like, all right, I like Jimmy Fallon, right?
No, the only thing YouTube's got is every now and again it just gives you a video from 9 years ago and it gives everyone that same video and the video goes from like 1 million views to 30 million views in like a day and everyone's like, why the fuck are we all here?
The guy
Like,
doing heads and volleys into a goal for 30 seconds, and it's gonna get
yeah.
remoted to you, and everyone's like, why is this here?
Like everyone that comes is just like, well, we're all here again, boys. How we doing? We're back to the 3 a.m. side of YouTube.
With the new
Yeah.
FIFA out, this is a segue by the way. With the new FIFA out, um, there's a thing that EA might not want to continue, like doing FIFA, which is I don't know if that's good or not, because of the rights.
Why? I swear their whole thing is let's scam people for money every year.
Yeah, but at
Like,
some point, people catch on. But still, they still like the new FIFA 22 is apparently like it's an upgrade. It just took 7 years to happen, but
yeah, it actually does seem pretty good.
they have like new like they've actually updated career mode, but it's look, it's an update. I'll take
I
it.
feel like if they're gonna finish FIFA, they need to finish it on a bang somehow.
Nah, the banger finished after. No, there was no good FIFA after FIFA 15. People that say FIFA 17 was good
True.
didn't play FIFA before it.
Yeah, I don't think I think I stopped playing FIFA after FIFA. I think I bought FIFA 16 and sold it in 2 weeks and never bought a FIFA again. I think that's actually how that went. But
Yeah, I think
yeah, I think
they're thinking about finishing it just because of the licensing, because like FIFA became like Google did to buying companies, because they just bought like they got like the rights to like everything, like even leagues that no one wanted, they just got all the rights to them. So now they have to like all those like rights are gonna kind of expire soon, so they have to do new deals, and that can also be like really expensive.
yeah, so
So
probably
that's
just
the
gonna try and
reasoning,
fall back on their money now and just
because
take it and go, I guess.
there's 17,000 athletes in the game and 700 teams, 100 stadiums, and over 30 leagues.
Jesus.
And they're also losing like individual ones. Like they've lost Juventus, so Juventus came Piemonte, something Calcio, and then they lost Roma. They've lost someone else. I can't remember who it is. That was big, but they're like losing actual like teams. They can't use Juventus anymore. They have to change the name, the logo, the kit. So it's become like a headache for them. So I think they don't want to continue with
Yeah,
that.
that seems kind of annoying, yeah.
But that's just my story on FIFA.
Yeah. Uh, Actually, before we move on to that segment and talking about new games and stuff that's coming out or have come out and slash coming out, um, the funny thing is about that Twitch leak as well, or the kind of big thing about it that people didn't really talk about that much either, is that they said that's part like the hackers said that that's part one of two, so they gave us a fucking intro, literally as long as our intro.
They burped and then they released the Twitch.
Like, so they obviously have more in store to drop soon. So they were kind of just giving us a little teaser, and they were seeing how it's happening. And yeah, apparently there's gonna be more. So it'll be interesting to see what else they have to, rock the boat of Twitch. And
That's fair.
we could be, I could be out of a future job real soon. So.
Look, it's cool. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get in a small pool, have
True.
floatable, and every time someone donates, we turn around. bend
Don't
over,
forget the marker.
Yeah,
Yep.
and write it on
Yep.
the board behind us.
A board. Yep.
Yeah, a chalkboard.
Definitely nothing else behind us.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna get out of that pool, and we're gonna get one of those headphones with the ears on either side, and we're gonna start doing ASMR into them.
I want one of those so bad, and it sounds really
Why?
stupid, but they just look really cool. I actually bought a pair of headphones today, and I opened them, and they're the what BOSE is that called? Boss, or what's that called?
Bose, I think.
Both. I've never heard anyone ever say the name of the brand before.
Yeah, honestly, they're a vine now that you say it. I just know them for doing speakers and headphones. I've never heard anyone say the
No
name
one's
of their
ever said the
company.
name of them, so I was like, what?
I've never questioned that either.
But I got ones, and they're over the head ear ones, and I like the I can't do the ones that sit on your ear. They always hurt my ears. So I got them. I took them out. And I looked at them and went, oh no, these are on the ear, and I put them on. It's like a massage for my ears. It feels great. This is well worth the way too much money I spent on them.
I want to get those ones, the ones that have like the fluffy kind of buds and they're like really wide earphones, like the ones that like loads of people have for like studios and stuff.
I have
Seen like, a
had
lot
a
of
pair of
streamers,
them,
YouTubers have them.
and I lost them.
Are they
I had a
good?
pair of them. Yeah, they were really good. Like
I
they
can't remember who they're by. But
they just
look
fit
good.
on your head. They're great. But I needed ones
Yeah,
to
they
like.
seem really comfy.
I use them for like this stuff, and then
Mm.
when I'm going out, I needed headphones because I couldn't use them because they were huge.
Yeah,
So I had to
true,
get kind of smaller ones.
Yeah.
Personal stories.
Yeah, they're more like
great.
studio headphones. Anyway,
Anyway,
so there's a lot of kind of new shit and also betas out this week. So we had New World drop fully. I haven't been able to play anything.
Nate,
Yeah.
we don't play betas. We're alphas.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
don't
just
play.
wanted to
I-
interrupt that whole statement
Yeah.
just to say that.
Not that we've played them.
No,
but
because we're alphas.
as
Like,
as alphas, we've watched from the outside. We have to
yeah.
we have to check for competition. You know what I mean? But it's so stupid. I have like a fucking I've injured my hand. Like it's been 2 weeks trying to get it fixed, but that's besides the point. So I haven't actually been able to play anything. But the New World has come out. I've seen stuff about it on Twitch and people playing it. It looks pretty fun. If you're into that kind of game, it's like an RPG game. I'm sure a lot of people have heard about it if you're watching this, but or listening to this, and it seems pretty good actually. It seems like one of the better RPGs I've seen in a while. I've seen a lot of people either say like it could be one of those games that fall off pretty quickly and then just keep its kind of fan base, but I've seen a lot of people that have been playing it and getting like really hooked on it the more they play it. So I have it. I'm gonna try it when I'm fixed and see if it's any good. Yeah.
Take
when
my
I get
hand.
fixed.
Take my good hand.
Honestly, they did take my fucking good hand. It is my good hand. That's the worst part.
Are you a left? Oh no, you're left-handed, aren't you?
No, I'm right-handed.
Oh, I was like, you're left-handed. That's weird.
No, I normally use my left hand on you, so I can use my right hand on me. Yeah. It's,
When you use your left hand, when you use your left hand, it's like someone else doing it for me.
yeah. Okay.
I didn't play the Battlefield beta, but I've heard it's very good from a guy at
Yeah.
work.
There's a lot of people like I was watching SCC play it, and there's a lot of bugs that are just really stupid. Like there was a thing where because you can like spawn in cars, if you like spawn it close to like a normal kind of like planted car on the map.
Yeah.
No, there's always like cars you can use and then cars you can't use. If you like spawn it in too close to one, that like because it comes down like a parachute and lands on, like to you. If it like lands on that car like at all, both the cars just blow up and you just fucking die if you're too close to it. And then there's like some kind of like phasing issues or like kind of like texture, not even texture issues, but kind of like it's like solids on the map you can like nearly walk through. Like I've seen people like walking, like glitching through walls, and there's like elevators that people just like the door doesn't open, so you just end up like glitching through it, and it's like really broken. So there's like some kind of stuff like that that need to be fixed and probably will be brushed out when it like comes out by the next
Yeah.
month. So but in terms of like the gameplay and like how it looks, and there's a lot of like new game modes and stuff that are meant to be coming out. They're all kind of like, as people have said from what I've heard, are like nearly like different games in themselves on Battlefield.
Apparently,
So
there's
it
a
looks pretty fun.
hurricane. That's what I've heard. There's a
Yeah, did you see
hurricane.
the tornado? Yeah, the tornado was sick.
I've
I
seen
was
like
like,
footage. And I'm like, this looks amazing. This is like the.
I
I
seen
don't want
that.
to get the game, but this is if I do get it, it's because of the hurricane.
Yeah, I was literally like, I was like, okay, I've watched about, probably watched about an hour and a half of XQC stream of him playing Battlefield at that point, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to bed. And then literally this fucking someone, like one of his friends, I think it was he was playing like poke or something, and they were like, wait, there's a tornado, and he just looks up and there's this massive fucking tornado going in. I was like, hold on a second, I think I might stay for this.
I
And then it
think
went from like this super intense like gameplay, everyone like fighting each other for like the capture points and all, to like the entire map just going over this tornado and just flying up in the sky. It's so crazy.
I think the tornado might be the blimp of this Battlefield because we're like the blimp was like the biggest thing of Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
think the
And
tornado might be the blimp for this one.
yeah, yeah. The trailer looks pretty cool actually.
Is
It
any
looked insane, like the graphics on it, but people are saying there's a lot of kind of like FPS problems too with the game though,
yeah
which is kind of another problem. But
any
we'll
other
see how it
new
goes.
betas out? I can think.
There was
You
the
think of?
COD beta as well, Vanguard beta.
Oh yeah, no one played that.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, no one fucking played that. I got the game, so I was like, I'm kind of a COD lover, always have been. So I was like, I'll give it a try, and
It doesn't look
I'll see
great.
how it goes. It looks okay actually from the little bit I've seen of the beta. Like it's kind of just another COD, and I was like, I'll see if it's any good.
I
But
think I think I'm all done with Call of Duties. I'll play Modern Warfare 2 every like
yeah,
6 months, but apart from that, I won't play another one.
I'll try this one, and then if this one is dog shit, I'm just gonna be done with COD. Maybe I'll
Fair.
go back for like certain zombies games and stuff, or like
Yeah,
stuff like that. But
the zombies
like
for me
zombies,
is what kind of kept me. Like I didn't like after
yeah.
like maybe Black Ops 2. I just didn't like any. I hated Black Ops 3 online as much as everyone was like, oh, it's great. I just couldn't do
I
the
liked
space
it.
suit jumping. It just wasn't for me.
A lot of people are like asking to actually go back to the futuristic CODs because people are kind of bored again of the boots on the ground ones.
See, it'd be nice if they rotated it, except for like everyone has been
Yeah,
like, so here's boots on the ground from the 40s. Here's 4 games. Here's modern
yeah,
games. Here's four
yeah.
games. Here's future. Here's 4 games. It
I
want a bit
think
of
they should just
spice.
completely switch it up and go back to fucking caveman era and everyone running out with spears.
No, because Far Cry did that with Far Cry Primal. It was terrible.
True.
Please don't do that.
Maybe go back to medieval times. We'll just play fucking Dark Souls on COD.
Oh, we get to shoot bow and arrows at each other or
That'd be kind of
crossbows.
sick, actually. That'd be sick. But
Um, Matt, we
yeah,
both
I
out
don't
at
know.
the
I think
same
the only
time.
thing to go back for, I liked Black Ops. I kind of was actually thinking of getting Black Ops 3 for. I want to play the Horizon Track again, the zombies map. But you know, I don't know. I think that's like if this COD isn't good and they don't bring out something, or they don't switch up COD in some way that everyone's like, oh wait, holy fuck, this might be good.
Mm.
Then I think COD is just kind of had its time, same as FIFA.
Yeah, they might be. That's the thing, though. So when you make them yearly, they're gonna fall eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Everything's
talking about
got to come
things
down at some point.
falling eventually. Uh, did you see the Grand Theft Auto trilogy? They're doing an advanced version of them.
No, I heard you mentioned this before we started, but I didn't say anything about it.
They released like the teaser trailer. They didn't show any footage. They just showed that like they just said what it is basically. But the one thing I liked about it,
Was this 4 hours ago by any chance, or like recently?
no, it's like yesterday, day before, something like that.
'Cause literally as you said this, I scrolled down like 2 tweets on Twitter because I always have Twitter open. We're doing the podcast just to see if anything new comes up in like the, what's happening section and stuff. And T Martin has like the trilogy video literally posted here, so good timing actually.
Fair. The video is actually pretty cool because it has they mix in like the three like iconic songs for each the three Call of Duties, the three Grand Theft Autos. So it's kind of like it got me a bit nostalgic, and I kind of want to get these and play these, but don't know what they're gonna be like. That's the thing.
No PC or digital release timings as of yet.
No PC release.
There's no mention of PC or digital release.
Ah, Shit.
It says December 7th, PS4, Xbox One, Switch. Early 2022, PS5, Xbox Series X. No mention of PC.
It kind of makes sense it's coming out on Switch because Switch never actually released they never released them like the original versions of these games onto the Switch, which is kind of weird because they
True.
put them on everything they could.
Yeah.
So
So
that's
this is
just
gonna be like the last. What was it? Is it like the last 3 GTAs, and they're like putting them into one, or what?
like the other way, like the GTA 3 in Liberty City, Vice City, and
Oh,
then San
okay.
Andreas.
So like just remasters,
Just remasters, basically.
like all in one game, or like just remastering all three of them individually.
All three individually. So you just play the games in better
Oh, okay.
editions. So I'm
Well,
I'm alright with that.
if they do it to like the level that GTA 5 at least is now, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah.
Maybe like GTA 5, but in the old games, that'd be pretty cool.
I don't think we're gonna
Is
get
it?
that, but
Are we gonna get online? I doubt it. Or is
no,
it just
no.
gonna be the fucking campaigns?
I I think it's just gonna be the campaigns, and I feel like they might add like, because San Andreas has a co-op mode in the game.
Mm.
I feel it'd be cool if you could just do that for like online. If you could get someone online to play with you, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how it goes. It'd be kind of cool to go back and play the old ones in better quality now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
fixed controls. Like the controls aren't that bad for me because I played them for so years. But I know people like that try to get into old Grand Theft Autos that they've never
Yeah.
played. They're like the controls are like unbearable.
You know what's funny?
What?
If you think back to our last podcast, we were literally talking about how they're doing anything but making GTA 6.
Yeah, and now they are literally doing
They're
anything. But making
literally
GTA 6.
they will think of anything but make GTA.
It's like we want GTA 6. Okay, the best I can do is GTA 3.
Take it or leave it. They're actually taking the piss. They're like, we will milk these games for as long as physically possible. Jesus Christ! And now we're not going to hear from Rockstar for like 4 years.
It's like we got them. We can keep making GTA 6 now. Wait a
In
minute.
2.5 years, they'll add another card to GTA 5 that's unaffordable in GTA Online, and then they'll come back and they'll do some other fucking scam. Oh, they're actually a joke. But,
That's I think that's all the story for that. It was only a small teaser trailer, but it was still cool.
yeah,
It was a cool
Yeah.
trailer. It was 10 seconds
Here.
long, but
yeah, I see it here. Kind of just like the cuts with like the kind of silhouettes. Is that the one?
yeah, and the music is
Yeah.
pretty like it's just kind of like yeah.
Oh yeah, classic. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. There's nothing else really major going on at the moment, really.
There is actually one thing. Marvel released like a very weird thing of all the movies coming out. No, some of them aren't new because we kind of knew this, but like they're like the set dates they're meant to come out on. Obviously, things can change. Things will get moved back. We're kind of used to this now. But like the next movies in a row for Marvel are Eternals, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Doctor Strange into the Multiverse. I'm guessing. And then Thor: Love and Thunder. Those three movies are 100% all going to be connected.
That'd be pretty sick.
Because obviously No Way Home, like not spoiler because we don't know yet, but Toby and Garfield are definitely in this. Like
Yeah.
and then Doctor Strange into the Multiverse is obviously connected to Spider-Man, and
Mm.
Thor: Love and Thunder. I was looking on some stuff and skip like to like a minute into this podcast if you don't want any spoilers, but apparently we're getting female Thor, which is Natalie Portman's coming back. I mean, everyone kind of knows this, but if you don't want anything about it,
Thor.
yeah, it's in the comics. It's not actually too bad, and it's also Natalie Portman is going to be back in the MCU, so that's all I care about.
They've not just used any other mythical god. Like,
No, actually, Hercules is meant to be in this, and so is Zeus. So
okay.
they're going in hard on this, and it's definitely not going to be. The thing is, right? So Thor left with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thought
Yeah.
Guardians 3 was going to come out before Thor: Love and Thunder, but apparently it's not, and he's meant to be in Guardians 3. So this not like Chris Hemsworth is still in the MCU, so he's not going to get killed off. Thank God.
Yeah, okay, that's pretty good. We just have him for 2 more films.
Yeah, that we know of. And then I'm gonna
Yeah.
say he might be the big debt in an Avengers movie, in the next Avengers movie.
Yeah. Is there gonna be a next Avengers movie?
Yeah, well, they're setting up for what's his name?
I thought they were kind of just done with that after Endgame.
What Avengers? No, 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 no. They're gonna keep it. They're gonna keep doing them, but I think the Avengers are gonna be.
I feel like the best thing for them to do with Avengers, instead of milking it now, I think they'd honestly be better off if they stopped now with Endgame, like in terms of Avengers films, and then just come back in like fucking 10, 15 years and make it like a big fucking thing. Like, and
Nah,
then
I'm kind of sick of that though. I like this. Like, I'm sick of like
yeah, they're
superhero
just gonna
franchises.
they're gonna like over pump it now, and it's just gonna get boring.
Not really though, because like the Eternals is completely. It's gonna be like this. Like first and foremost, Shang-Chi was one of the best Marvel movies I've watched. It's completely different.
I
Well,
haven't actually seen
it
it.
has similar effects. It has the same kind of like Marvel thing, how it
Yeah.
goes, but it felt very different. Eternals is gonna be a completely different movie to every Marvel movie. Spider-Man No Way Home is gonna be crazy. Doctor Strange is gonna be crazy. Thor: Love and Thunder.
You know, I know Star Wars, or Spider-Man, No Way Home, it's meant to be like a big crazy Spider-Man. But honestly, as much as I love them, can we like focus on other characters instead of just Spider-Man, please? Like, because even like they're good. Like like I love Tom Holland as a Spider-Man, and but it's like the last two films at least, or even the last film they brought out. What was it? Far
Far
From
From
Home.
Home. It wasn't great.
I felt like it was kind of corny, and it was like they were kind of clutching at straws for that one. Like it was good, but like the fucking um, it was kind of just a fucking meh villain, and it was kind of just a meh storyline. Like it was okay, but like I was like, okay, I felt like they're kind of clutching at straws, which just made me less excited for No Way Home, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I don't
And I'm
think they did
like, I feel
Mysterio
like they're
good.
over pushing. Yeah, I don't think they did Mysterio good at all. It's like there was a few cool scenes like when he's fighting and he's like jumping to the dark and he starts using his like spider senses to actually fucking guess where the drones are and stuff like that. If you haven't seen the film, I'm sorry, but you're really not missing much in terms of Spider-Man's, but
Yeah,
um
I think
it's like
I think this might sound really bad, but I actually prefer Amazing Spider-Man 2 over Far From Home, and that might be controversial for some people, but
Spider-Man 2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I think the Amazing Spider-Man 2 is actually really good. Like I don't think Andrew Garfield I don't know. Now that I went back and watched them, I think Andrew Garfield actually, because I was like, I haven't watched them in a long time, and then I rewatched them like last week, and they're actually better than I remember them being.
Yeah, they're not actually bad. I just think it's
No.
people were so it's no matter who they put up in front. The original
Yeah,
three Spider-Man movies were like a cornerstone for like first and foremost comic book
yeah,
movies, but like people's childhoods. So no matter
yeah,
who
yeah,
got this role, wasn't gonna be good enough.
yeah, yeah. That's true.
So that's like as well. I don't even think Andrew Garfield plays a bad like
No, not at
Spider-Man,
all.
because I always said that
Not at
like
all.
I think Tobey Maguire is the best Peter Parker. Andrew Garfield's the best Spider-Man because he actually says funny things in the middle of
Yeah,
fights.
yeah.
I think Tom Holland's just a good actor. I don't mean that in a bad way.
And I think Tom Holland plays that like kind of teenager role and like
Oh,
kind of like awkwardness role
amazingly.
very well,
Yeah,
very very well.
he's so good at
Like
it.
he like it's very kind of like you get that because like even like with the relationships and stuff like that, it's all kind of like awkward and it's like it is kind of corny watching it, but it makes sense for
Yeah,
like the character that he plays.
like when like the first thing you see in Homecoming is he
Yeah,
thinks RDJ is gonna open the door for him, but I mean he's
yeah,
gonna give him a hug and he's already opened the door.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it's very like I think they all have their qualities. I think the actual storyline for the Amazing Spider-Man films are pretty good. The villains weren't great.
Yeah,
But I think the actual storylines, like the way they wrote that Peter Parker, was really good.
mm.
And like with Gwen Stacy dying and all, it's like quite shocking. And I think their relationship is very good.
But they were
Like,
actually together IRL. That thing is actually I was
true.
talking with Kate this the other day, right? Three people have played Spider Man, and three people have dated their love interest in the movie,
Yeah,
which is really
yeah.
weird. Why does this keep happening?
I think that happens a lot though when you're like in like the film industry where like actors are like playing characters, and it's like when you're spending like firstly they're on set and they're together all the time,
Yeah,
and then we're like when you're I think they nearly get to that stage where they're acting it so hard that they're in love with this person that they nearly like convince themselves that they are. to play that role,
that's
and then they
fair.
end up just getting together. I think that I've heard a lot of like in interviews and stuff, a lot of actors saying that happens all the time, and like it makes sense. Like if you're around that person all the time and you're doing these scenes where you're together all the time and having to act like you're in love, like it kind of makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
It's really a fake it till you make it kind of thing. It kind of just happens, like.
So I'm gonna try getting a movie with Ariana Grande.
Taking those lessons in.
The other movies coming out are also after Thor: Love and Thunder, which these movies I think is gonna get pushed back because these are like 2022.
There's also Venom coming out. Can't wait for that.
Oh,
too.
I got preview tickets for Venom, and Sony said they don't want to do a preview in Ireland because we're getting it later. So it was meant to be the 13 and 14 was a preview, and I got tickets to the preview. And what happened was they cancelled them. So now I had to get tickets for the Saturday because I can't
They
make
don't
the
refund
actual
you?
release. They did refund me, but it still
Oh.
annoyed me that they cancelled them like less than a week in advance.
That is really annoying.
So
I hope I get a chance to go see that because I actually do want to see that. I love Tom Hardy so much. Tom Hardy is a fucking amazing actor.
apparently the end credit scene's crazy, and I haven't seen it, and it's so hard not to see it because I keep getting like spoiler Venom coming up in this new video, and it's like I can't watch this now.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything really about it. I kind of just avoid all that stuff.
Yeah, so Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. That'd be interesting because Chadwick Boseman is like, he never recorded for this movie, so.
I was gonna say, I was like, dead.
No, yeah, I don't want to say dead because that sounded very like to the point.
Yeah.
But he didn't record for this movie.
Yeah.
The Marvels will be Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel, I think, because Miss Marvel is getting a TV show. Like, don't want to watch that.
Yeah, not really. I don't like her as a person, IRL.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I feel like if I met her and I like talked to her, I'd probably like her. But it's kind of like this like stigma around her that I don't actually know if she's a good person or not. Because like you're either like people either hate her or love her. So I'm kind of like I don't know. So
Yeah, maybe.
and then we
I don't think. I think her character was just like, who the fuck is this bitch? She just comes in and all of a sudden she's the strongest Avenger out of anybody, and then it's like, okay,
I think it's
that's
fucking
cool.
headbutt and a half.
Yeah, true.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantum Mania, which I always think every time I read that I nearly said Hulkamania. Ant-Man and the Wasp, man, Hulkamania, and then Guardians 3, and that's what up to what we know. So,
When are they all coming out to? Like probably late next year, 2023.
basically all throughout 2022, all of them I just said.
That's not bad then.
But they're all gonna get pushed back. We all know this, but
Oh yeah, sure.
it's nice that we know what's coming.
Yeah. There's a lot of good stuff coming out.
And I think there's one more story we need to talk about. Unless you have anything else, do you?
No, nothing really. No.
We need to, I know everyone else has talked about it, but we have to. It's
The thing.
the thing.
That.
Mhm. I'm gonna just say, let's go. Yeah,
Oh, that thing.
that
Oh, I thought
thing.
you were talking about another thing.
What
Okay,
other
that-
thing? Wait, there's another thing.
I thought you were talking about the the games that everyone's also talking about.
What game?
Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game. I didn't watch it. That's not what we're talking. We can talk about that, but I never watched it.
I mean, there's not really much to talk about. Everyone's fucking seen it. Everyone's been there. We've done that. Ali got fucked over. That's all I have to say. But yeah. Yeah. The Mario thing is kind of weird.
Yeah.
This was you, bro. You're the
Alright.
Nintendo guy.
I watched the direct when this came out, and I wish I was streaming it because my reaction was crazy. Because all I saw is
Why did they pick those people
I think
of all people?
right. So I've seen a theory online, and I just saw in a TikTok comment, and it was like this might just be a Jumanji thing.
Where they're just trying to get good actors into a role.
What they're gonna do is it's gonna be like, and I don't know if this is true or not because I haven't seen anything confirming it, but it kind of makes sense seeing as these are all the same person actor, and I don't mean that in an offensive way, but like it's like The Rock plays The Rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that's bad acting. I'm just saying that's what these actors generally do the most. So I
Yeah.
presume they're all playing Mario Party, and they get sucked in.
Oh, it's gonna be one of those things, isn't it?
I think I'd be more happy with that than Chris Pratt playing a Mario. Like,
honestly, you're kind of right, actually.
and I don't know what's worse, Chris Pratt just doing, or like actually not even Chris Pratt, Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong, and doing a Donkey Kong impression or doing his own voice. I don't know what's worse.
See, it's funny. It's funny that speaking of Squid Game as well, like I actually seen a tweet about this earlier. Um, it's like Squid Game is proof, right, that you can take a good story, and it doesn't matter as long as the people are acting in it well. It doesn't matter the names about it, and look how well it can do. And then there's like fucking Mario are taking, they're just getting loads of big names and sticking them in a movie, just because those, and just hoping that those big names sell the film. And
And
it's like
it's not even
Squid
like
Game is proof that you don't need to do that as long as you have a good story.
but it's one of those things though where I don't know. All right, so I like Illumination. They make very good movies, but they haven't made anything that's really I like since Despicable Me 2.
Banger.
So like they've only made 2 good movies for me, and I don't know if this will be good because Illumination make movies for kids, while like Pixar make movies for everybody.
I
And
mean,
so
at the
do
end of the day,
DreamWorks.
it's going to be a kids' film. So, regardless, we need to knock that off the list because it is going to be kind of corny like that
Yeah.
because it is a kids' film.
But that doesn't mean
'Cause-
though it can't be like Toy Story is a kids movie, but it's one that like I'd say it's some of the
Yeah,
best movies I've seen.
That's because it's a classic, though.
Yeah, but
like-
so is Shrek though. Shrek's for kids. That's still one of the greatest movies ever.
True, true.
I'm half joking
need-
on
they
that,
need-
but I'm
they need-
kind of serious.
They need to make it watchable for like
Yeah.
all audiences, but also for kids. Yeah.
I feel
as
like
long as-
the cast is for the adults and the story is gonna be for the kids.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I'd
'cause
say so,
I don't
yeah.
know any kid that knows who Seth Rogen
See,
is, and if they
with,
do, they're
with
they're a
their
problem
like,
child.
yeah, with their cast that they have, like, I'm guessing there's going to be a lot of kind of like funny innuendos for older people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if they don't do that, it'll be unwatchable for a lot of people. If they go for like a kind of generic storyline.
I'm saying it now, and I want this to be cut in when this movie comes out. Seth Rogen will make a penis joke with a banana.
Oh, more than likely, yeah, more than likely. Yeah, especially playing Donkey Kong, more than likely. But yeah, it's kind of a weird one. I don't know.
Yeah, if you haven't lived
When is
under
that
a
meant to be
rock,
coming out?
oh, I don't know. It never. I don't think it gave a release date. Oh, wait, it did. Oh, wait, shit, it did. Next year around Christmas.
Oh,
No,
so we
wait.
got like a year.
Yeah, sorry, the Americans are date weird.
Okay, so we have 2 years.
Well, no,
that
we have
shit
next
gets
year.
pushed back
We have a
every time.
year.
Yeah, but shit always gets pushed back.
Oh, yeah,
man. We know.
true.
We just mentioned this. We have 2 years.
Yeah, look. If anyone hasn't like, if you lived under a rock and not heard about this, Chris Pratt is Mario. Anya Taylor-Joy, the girl from Queen's Gambit, and she's also in New Mutants, plays Peach.
Is that like that blonde girl?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's. I actually think she's a good pick for this though.
I only know her from Peaky Blinders actually.
Do you?
Yeah.
Because I had this conversation with someone in work, and they were like, "Oh, the girls in Queen's Gambit and something else," and I went, "I know her from that terrible X-Men movie called New Mutants."
Oh my god. Yeah, that's like the thing I think of when I see her, because I think I'm pretty sure it's the same person, right?
It could be,
Yeah,
I'm
she was in
not sure.
I think she was in Peaky Blinders. Or else she looks very similar to her.
If someone looks similar to her, that's gonna be weird because she's a very unique looking person, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's true.
Charlie Day as Luigi. That one's gonna be.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's kind
Interesting.
of weird.
It's gonna be very interesting. Jack Black is Bowser. Why? I love Jack Black, but as Bowser.
Yeah, I was like, how like a lot of these, it's like, do they even have voice lines? Like, how are they gonna play these people? You
Jack
know what
Black
I mean?
is just gonna sing.
Yeah,
I'm a Jack Black. Keegan Michael Key as Toad. They missed out on putting Doja Cat as Toad. I'm all I'm saying. Because she had the song where she screamed like Toad. That was the.
Oh, yeah.
That was the joke. I knew it didn't hit.
No, I was also looking up to see if this is the same person, so
Is
I
it?
wasn't really paying attention. I can't fucking find her name anywhere. Like when I look up Gina Gray, which is her name in the show, I can't find where the fuck they actually have her name. Like on the wiki, what the fuck is this page? It's just, can you show me who the actor is? I don't care about her fucking role in the show. I've seen the fucking show, cunts. Jesus Christ. Anyway, carry on what you're talking about.
I don't think she's in Peaky Blinders. Oh no, she is
Is
an
it the same
actress
person?
who plays Gina Gray. Yeah, she's in Peaky Blinders.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I know her from.
She's in Peaky Blinders.
Fucking that show is amazing. I can't wait. Actually, speaking of new things coming out, I can't wait for Peaky Blinders season 6. Fucking amazing show.
That's one of those shows where everyone says just get by the first couple of episodes and it
Yeah,
gets good.
yeah.
And I'm like, I can't.
No, like once you get, honestly, I think it's like the first episode is bad, and then after that you get very hooked because like the episodes are quite long.
Yeah.
So it's like the first episode, it's kind of like they're introducing you to characters and like to the set, so it's quite slow. But then once you're into like the second episode, I always find it's great, and it's very addictive. Then
I find it hard. It's not something I'm interested in. You know what I mean? Like, it's a show about crime. The only crime shows I like is when a guy dresses up and beats up people in a suit.
I mean, that's
Yo,
pretty much
that
what you're
is that
describing.
movie, yeah.
That is exactly the show.
It's not what I meant though. They have to have superpowers.
No, Tommy Shelby has superpowers. It's called being scary, rich, and hot. Like,
It's called being from Birmingham.
Yeah, literally.
But the person who actually plays Mario, the guy Charles Martin, I can't say his last name. Martin E.T. Martin. Look, I'm dyslexic. Martin. The reason I know who he is, like, when I see his name, is because he's in Skyrim and he plays the dragon in Skyrim. Parthenax. But yeah, he plays Mario and he's in this as like surprise cameos. So that's where I'm thinking that this is gonna be like a Jumanji movie.
Yeah. It seems like something like that, more than likely. I mean, we won't know him for another while, or for at least a trailer, but
it's gonna be weird.
yeah, it's a weird. I don't know. I think the cast is kind of laughable. 'Cause it's like what it like. It also shows how much money Mario makes. They have like such a big.
Just how big Nintendo are. We're like, we're gonna make a movie. Just hire anyone that's big.
They just like they were just like, you know, because they're fucking Japanese. They're like American actors, and they just picked the top list, and they were just like, yeah, right, cool, we got it.
It's like, The Rock said no. There was no jungle fight scene.
Yeah, no jungle. No, he's not in. They didn't have a jungle map in Mario. So
they're like, no, sorry. I think they do. But
yeah, they do, but they didn't put it in the film.
I guess if they don't have a jungle map in Mario, why don't they? It's a big.
To be fair, if they make a second film, then he'll be in it, because you know The Rock generally is always in sequels for some reason.
I'm a big fan with my Terramon. Oh, he was in a rap song actually recently.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that.
It's actually good, except for the rapping that he does. Right. And of course, he in the rap song, right? If you haven't heard it, it's quite a good song. I'm not gonna lie, I will listen to it outside of being a rock fan. But he, of course, mentions his Terramon and tequila. Of course he does. Why wouldn't he?
That's his thing.
He opens it in the recording of it. It's like, this is the most The Rock thing ever.
Yeah. I seen like a tweet or an Instagram post that were just like, The Rock is just completing side quests at this point.
It's so true.
Like, he's just doing everything. So obviously, when you're The Rock, why not?
It's funny because it's like, name one person that's had a Disney sing song and then made a song with a rapper.
Yeah, actually, when I also seen that, the first time I seen like a clip of it on TikTok, like his rap song.
Yeah.
And someone was just like, all I can hear is Moana from this. And I was like, you know what, true.
What can I say except for face off?
Yeah. That guy's done everything. Fair play to him.
I respect it.
Yeah,
and he's good at everything he does. Like, he's like
everything besides grow hair for a long time.
And he doesn't even need it because he looks good without hair. He's that much of a good at things.
He's just a hunk.
He is just a
big beefy man.
He's a big boulder. I think that's all the stories, is it?
Yeah. We came into this podcast like, what are we gonna talk about? Every week we come into these podcasts, we're like, we have nothing to talk about, and then we ramble about random shit for like an hour.
It's really annoying because it's like, man, I don't feel like I haven't got enough. And then we speak for like 45 minutes on like one topic that's not even that big.
This happens to us every week. We're not fucking with you. We're like, we don't have enough to talk about. What can we talk about? And then we just start talking. All of a sudden, we're like 3 hours into a podcast. It's fucking stupid.
But
Yep.
yeah, I think we should go on to the next segment unless you have any more things to add. I'm
I
speaking
think
through my
that's.
nose now, so about.
I think it's better if we don't add more things, because then it just goes down rabbit holes.
Well, we have the small segment, which is what are we
Yeah,
doing? Or I
that's
change
our
the name
kind
of
of
it
ending
every
segment.
week because I always forget what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. Just our kind of segment where we finish all the podcast by just talking about what we've been watching slash playing and keeping up with the last while.
We have a ban on
Honestly,
the
for
word
me,
porn because that just comes up every week.
yeah, yeah. But yeah. Obviously, besides the obvious, come on
Yeah,
now.
come on.
But
Hentai, hentai Steam games.
by Steam games. Sorry, that was a
I was like,
pre-podcast
I
fucking
forgot
joke.
that wasn't on the podcast.
That was a pre-podcast joke.
The joke is
We,
that you're like five
yo,
clicks away from porn on Google, but you're 3 clicks away from hentai games on
yeah.
Steam.
At this point, we honestly need to do like a fucking like the Patreon thing that Misfits do, where they have like their pre-podcast thing before they do it. We honestly should do that. If you guys want that, we actually would do it because we talk about a lot of random shit before we even start the podcast.
And then
But
we kind of forget to start the podcast
yeah,
because we're doing
yeah,
it.
we start rambling, and then we're like, wait, we should talk about this on the podcast. But yeah, well, because of my hand injury at the moment, I haven't been able to play a lot of stuff I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
But the last couple of days, like the other day, I was streaming Uno and Risk, which was actually pretty fun. I ended up streaming that for like 4.5 hours, which was actually I thought I'd be like 40 minutes into a stream and I get bored as fuck. But because I have nothing actually to play. But I streamed that for I've like literally 4 hours and it was really fun. And then other than that, I kind of went back, watched a lot of kind of loads of just random films because I've been off work. I had to get a fucking sick leave from work because I can't fucking work with my hand. And I watched like a lot of random shit. Kind of watched Squid Game, but honestly not that much. Like I've been kind of just passing the day with just watching nothing really new, you know.
You keep sending me movie clips like on Snapchat, and then I watched it and I went home and I was like, I really want to watch Age of Ultron now for some weird reason. Then I got in and check my next Snapchat and it's like something else. I think it was like do with like Spider-Man, and I was like, yeah, no, that's why, because Nathan keeps sending me stuff from Marvel. I don't watch it.
I just keep sending you clips from like the fucking scenes. Half of them including Scarlett Johansson, but that's beside the point.
Didn't even know she was in Squid Game.
Honestly, yeah, Squid Game's great as well, but other than that, not really a whole lot. What have you been doing?
Not really. I went back and played Arkham Asylum.
Sometimes I said reading, and I was like, no fucking shot.
No, I do. I read comics. I've actually bought 3 comics, and they were Flashpoint, Nightwing, Volume 1, and then I bought Batman, Battle for the Corral, and then realized I just bought 3 Batman comics without realizing what I was doing. So I bought them, but they haven't came yet. Well, they did. I missed the delivery, so I have to go back up to the post office tomorrow. But it's a pain in the ass. Apart from that, though, I went back and played Batman Arkham Asylum now. I've just realized I played a Batman game between this week of buying them. And
Jeez.
Batman Arkham Asylum still holds up, man. It's still really good.
Yeah, it seems like a good game. Yeah, I remember playing it ages ago, but I don't remember much from it.
It's still really good. Like it's kind of like the Killer Croc mission always scared me as a kid, because you're like getting attacked from like under the water.
Still does.
Still does. There's still some scenes in that where I got scared, but it's not as scary as I thought it was. You know what I mean?
Spooky season, boys.
And I get scared
of course.
easily.
You're probably like a fucking child when you first played it.
Yeah, man. I got my Halloween set up. I'm gonna play Luigi's Mansion, the scariest game ever made.
You know what is really annoying about Squid Game coming out? Is that everyone's fucking Halloween outfits are just gonna be Squid Game inspired, and it's gonna be really annoying.
No, they're gonna be the Ananka, the cat yoke. Have you seen that?
Huh?
The cat that's like from Animal Crossing. That video came out.
Oh yeah.
That's
yeah.
that's what it's gonna be.
Yeah. Okay, not just your OnlyFans follows.
But I haven't really doing anything else apart from that. I've watched like 2 seasons of South Park. Just being really bored.
Yeah, I always go back and watch like a few episodes or like a season of South Park, and then I just forget about it for like ages. And then I'm like, yeah, I'll watch South Park again. Like it just got through these phases of watching like random episodes and then stopping.
It's really good. Like it is.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's
Yeah.
always easy to watch. I watched the season 17 and season 18, so pretty good seasons.
Yeah, I'm watching a kind of. I finished because I was rewatching Peaky Blinders a while ago, and or not even that long ago, a couple of months ago, probably about a month or two ago, and then I only watched up to season 4, so I finished season 5 this week because it's only like 6 episodes, so I just watched them, and then I was like, oh fuck, now I want to watch Peaky Blinders again. So I went back and I was like rewatching season 4 because that's like the best season. But yeah, other than that, I've been doing fuck all, to be honest.
Oh, actually, the other thing I'm watching is Titans. I only wanted to watch last 2 weeks. I only wanted to watch the first 3 episodes of season 3 because I watched all of it up until like current, and I only wanted to watch the first 3 episodes because they did like the Red Hood storyline, and I was like, I like the storyline. Let me watch this. But I got way too into it. Now I'm like waiting for it. I was so close. I was 9 episodes behind. Now I'm like on top of it, waiting for it to come out on Thursday to watch it.
Yeah, I hate when things are like that when they come out like they're like dripped out.
Yeah.
Instead of dropping like a whole season or something, so you can't just binge watch it.
I watched like basically the entire season. There's only like 2 more episodes. No, the season 4 episode 10. I'm waiting for episode 11, so there's 2 more episodes left. But I like
Actually,
watched
you know
all
what's
10
you know what's
episodes
the
in, like, a week.
worst show for that? The
What?
worst show for like dripping out episodes is The Walking Dead. Oh my fucking god! The years I watched that show, it pissed me off because it's like they release half the season. First of all, half the season, but they release them like 1 episode a week. And then they stop for half the season to finish the rest of the season.
Yeah.
And then it comes up at the end of the year and then they drip them out again. I was like, please, man, just give me the fucking season.
Did they do that Christmas break thing?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, Arrow used to do that. It used to always kill me. It was like 3 weeks off air, and,
Yeah.
and then I forget when it comes
No.
back.
No. The Walking Dead is even worse. The Walking Dead, they release like half the episode or half the season, like 1 episode at a time, and then they go away for like half the year to finish the rest of that next season, and then they come back and they release them 1 episode at a time again, and then they're gone for years, and then they start making the next season. It's so annoying.
That would be a pain. That would honestly be a pain.
It was actually the worst thing ever. But like I was trying to catch up on it because there's like apparently because like there's a few kind of seasons. The last few seasons of The Walking Dead have been really trash.
Yeah.
But my mum was actually watching because she's kind of kept up with it just for the sake because she's watched like up to season 10 at this point, and she said that the newest season is actually pretty good. She said it's actually getting back good again, so I was like, you know what, I'll give it a go.
Well,
But
going back to me playing Fortnite, Rick Grimes is on Fortnite now, so
is he actually?
yeah.
I didn't even know
I
that.
went down to the store and I was, that's Rick Grimes. I know him because it's the only person I know from the show.
Rip my boy Glenn though.
I don't know who that is, but yeah, R.I.P.
Glenn was like one of the other guys, and the way he dies is actually I actually rewatched that episode when I was rewatching the last like a few days ago, and that episode is like forever one of the most traumatizing scenes I've ever seen in any TV show. Like they straight up just caved my boy's head in.
Ugh.
But his eye was like popping out at one point. Yeah, I think like when that came out, they're like, it's a gruesome show. It's all about zombies and stuff. But I think everyone was like, okay, man, you can't just take one of the biggest characters that's been in the show for years that everyone loves and just fucking pop his eyeball out and just leave him fucking sitting there suffering. It was horrible. But I was gonna say something else as well. Oh yeah, for the anime nerds out there, I'm gonna go watch literally after this podcast. I'm gonna go watch the movie of Demon Slayer. Because there's a new game coming out for that too, and they just released the new Demon Slayer movie on Crunchyroll. It's not new, but they released the Demon Slayer movie on Crunchyroll, so I can finally watch it. I have somewhere to watch it. I also forgot it existed. Season 1 of that's very good. Can't wait for season 2. It's actually I don't think season 2 is that far away.
I thought season 2 was the movie.
No, season 2 isn't. It's like a separate thing to the show.
Is they not connected?
No, well, the characters are all the same, and it's like the same thing, but it's kind of like a fucking side quest movie.
Okay, right.
As
Because
far-
someone
as
told
far
me
as
it's
I've
like
heard.
basically the season 2 of the show, and I don't know
I think-
anything
I
about the
don't- not
show,
that I
so
know
I
of.
went, yes, okay, cool.
Maybe it is, but I haven't actually seen it. But I think it's not actually like that relevantly tied into the season.
Yeah.
But season 2 is meant to be coming out actually soon enough. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not like soon, but it's not too far away.
You just reminded me of something else, actually. Even though we keep trying to end the show, we can't because keep thinking new things. First of all, have you watched any of the Star Wars Visions?
No.
I have watched half of them. They're like 15 minutes each. They're like 9 different anime studios. Apparently, if you watch anime, you can tell which ones are which. And I'm there like, I don't know what this is, but they're really good. Like really good. And I'm not like that big into anime. Like,
Where can you watch them?
They're on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's not bad. I might look at it.
It's actually really
There's the
like,
What If on Disney Plus as well. Have you
yeah,
watched that? I
that's the
haven't
next
seen
thing
it,
I was
but
gonna say. Have you watched What If?
yeah, I haven't watched that, but I heard it's actually pretty good.
Oh man,
I need
it
to
just
watch that
takes
too.
like 7.5 episodes to get into who the bad guy is of the season, but it's worth it though. It is like, I think the third episode's the worst. That's like really bad. But bar from that, every other episode's like an 8 out of 10 up
Yeah,
upwards.
I'll have to watch that. Yeah, I was told it was pretty good, so I'll have to check that out as well.
I like the animation in it.
Yeah, it
It's
looks kind
just
of cool.
nice. It's nice. It's clean. It's like cut clean. I like it. I don't know what it is, but I like it though.
That's why Demon Slayer is probably one of my favorite animes, just because the animation is fucking insane.
The
Which
one
most animes do have really good animation, because that's like their whole thing. But I
one
think
thing
Demon
you
Slayer is
showed me
just
about
so
that, the one
fresh.
thing I only ever seen about Demon Slayer was that video clip you showed me of this guy who swung a sword once and it was in
Oh
slow
yeah,
motion, and then it went to like this video felt like it
changed
got
to
sped
red.
up like 100 times more
Yeah,
faster.
that's like I think the end scene of season 1 where he kills like the one of the demons, and it's like the animation is just so clean, and I was like, that's fucking insane. But that anime is actually really good. Like even for people that don't watch anime, I think it's a pretty good storyline. It's like quite interesting. But
Is there an English dub?
yeah,
Thank
it's on Netflix. I'm
God. So
pretty
if I
sure.
do watch it, I can actually watch it in English. I can't do subtitles. I can't read that quick.
Yeah, I think it's like as much as I don't like subtitles, I feel like when I'm watching them, I kind of have to because you don't get the same. Cause, I think sometimes English dubs are like sometimes they're done okay, but sometimes like the fucking Squid Game English dub was fucking atrocious.
Yeah.
It was, it was just like they're talking and then it's just like, oh my god, old man, it's like the fucking worst dubs ever. It's so bad. 'Cause it's like, XQC actually made a good point about that. It's like when, like, kind of like especially like Asian shows, it's like when their languages they can kind of give a lot of expression in their words,
Yeah.
but like I think in English people give more expression through kind of like post word sounds like screaming and stuff like that. But it's like when they finish kind of a sentence, like they scream at the end of the sentence, like kind of running off the sentence. It just doesn't. It's hard to explain, but it doesn't like dubs don't sound as good on like Korean or Japanese or Chinese, anything like that. It just doesn't sound as well because it's hard to like translate that emotion into the
Yeah,
other into like the English language.
that's fair. Though I
But
do think the worst dub ever of all time, and it's the worst, but it's also I think my favorite, is in Yu-Gi-Oh!
what?
The character Joey.
I
Like
don't think I ever actually watched the Yu-Gi-Ohs. I watched Pokemon's, but not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yu-Gi-Oh! The first, like the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I like GX, but the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Is pretty good. But yeah, apparently into the Japanese version of the show, the guy Joey just has a normal voice, right? But for some reason in the English dub, he has this weird Boston accent, but it's not even
Oh,
Boston. It's like a John F. Kennedy voice.
you sure it's Boston and not New York?
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't tell the difference. It's between that. It's like between a Boston and New York voice.
Come on, guys, they're the same thing.
Yeah, they're in the same place. They're back to the Massachusetts. Massachusetts? What?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts? But for some reason, he has this like weird New York accent, and I don't know why.
God, yeah. Sometimes they just pick the worst people to voice act them.
It's like, hey, it's like Yugi. It's like, hey Joey, we gonna go down to the store, and the next person like, yeah, we're gonna go, and it goes to Joey's like, yeah, we gonna go to the store.
Jesus Christ, that
I-
would piss me off.
Yeah, it's really funny though, but I do like it though. It's weird. It doesn't make sense, but I like it.
Yeah, so I feel that.
Well,
Well, I think we should end this podcast before we rumble anymore. How long have we been doing this?
an hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, like a 40-minute podcast will be fine.
Yeah, we're trying not to do like the hour and a half because I think for starting
it's
off, I
too
think it's a bit
much.
too much.
Yeah,
But
it's too much.
look, we can end this one on a high. That being that
No.
Chris Pratt will play Mario in an upcoming Mario movie.
I think I'm gonna need to be high to watch that.
Don't worry, Seth Rogen's in it. He can supply us.
Yeah, true.
Well, this has been the Obstinacy podcast. I've been Lukey Too Hottie.
Herdy TV boy.
Our links are in the script. Give a like and a sub, which I should have said at the start of the video. God damn it.
And go listen on Spotify as well. If you're listening on YouTube, go listen on Spotify. Go listen on both.
Actually, watch it on
uh,
YouTube with Japanese dub.
Yeah. Dub.
Hub.
Who the fuck is dubbing? Who the fuck is dubbing our podcast in Japanese?
Oh, like dubstep. Sorry, Japanese dubsteps. I rephrased that.
Japanese dubstep.
Yeah, we've a guy.
Yeah, that's
Well,
great.
that's been us.
Later, motherfuckers.
Salana Walia.
See you next week. We're not gonna skip any more weeks.
Yeah, except for skip to next
Except
week.
for next week.
Bye.